It's time for another edition of Professor MJ's College Football Picks. Glad to have you on board. In this video, I will share 3 more picks I like this weekend. First, let's take a look at how last week fared. We went 2-1 in our 3 selections. We lost the under in the Georgia-Tennessee game in like the first 10 minutes of the game. However, we nailed the last 2 with LSU downing Florida and Utah covering the 22.5 for a nice little profit. Now for you savvy bettors that are in on our premium picks, you hit big last weekend with a solid 5-1 record. You can see there on your screen the premium plays we made. If you're not a premium member with our community, what are you waiting for? You are missing out on profit. You can join now our elite sports investors at mjpicks.com. Get on board and start growing your bankroll. Let's keep the winning going in week 4 of college football. We'll start with a 3:30 SEC matchup in Norman, Oklahoma. The number 22 Auburn Tigers will come to town and take on 11th ranked Oklahoma. I think this will be a fun game to watch and a straight-up dogfight. Oklahoma quarterback John Matier's Heisman odds opened the year at plus 2,500. Now, after his big-time performances, those odds have shrunk. He's now the favorite at plus 750. He's averaged 300 plus yards of passing per game. Match that up against Auburn's defense, which ranks 85th in passing yards allowed, and I think we have a recipe for a big game again for the Heisman hopeful. So what if Auburn drops back to shut down the pass? Matier can create big plays with his legs instead, or give the ball to freshman running back Torrey Blaylock. Auburn's leader, Jackson Arnold, was once the shining star of Oklahoma's quarterback room. After his mediocre 2024 season, being benched, and Oklahoma hiring a new offensive coordinator, Arnold opted to transfer to Auburn. The fresh start has provided the former 5-star prospect a renewed chance to show his talents. He has a little bit. Arnold has been aided by Auburn's fantastic receivers, led by future NFLer Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton Jr. They also have a dog in 5'11 back Jeremiah Cobb, who already has 314 rushing yards and 4 TDs. Auburn has proven they can score. Here's where the game scale tips. Sooners coach Brent Venables. He knows Jackson Arnold. He knows what to expect from the underachieving Arnold, and he's a defensive-minded coach. He will scheme up to defend what Auburn does well and make the Tigers beat them with their B game. I trust Venables to have a plan to shut down Auburn and keep Arnold at bay. On the other hand, I do not like Auburn to stop the Sooners. Oklahoma is favored at home and should be. Earlier in the week, this was down as low as minus 3.5. I got in at minus 5. I definitely like it under a touchdown. You can still find some minus 6.5s out there. So for the video, the official pick with a grade of B is Oklahoma minus 6.5 points at home to beat Auburn. Last week, I started offering my college football LOBSTER bet. What the heck is that? It corresponds to what I believe is the absolute best wager of the weekend in NCAA football. Last week, we took Ohio plus 7.5 in the first quarter against Ohio State. Since the score was 3-0 in favor of the Buckeyes through the initial quarter, we cashed our betting tickets. Remember how we posted a 7-2 record with the weekly NFL lobster bets last year? That's the kind of success we expect here. If you are interested to receive the college football lobster bet in your mailbox, just sign up at the link below in the comments section. Let's beat the crap out of those bookies, alright? Okay, moving on. We will start with an evaluation on overs. It's good to look at really bad defenses and see which teams are playing each other. I went to the bottom of the team defense page and discovered 2 really bad scoring defenses playing each other this week. At 7 p.m. on Saturday, we have 1 and 2 Coastal Carolina facing off against 1 and 2 South Alabama. Defenses ranked 102 and 103. This could be a very difficult game to watch. These are programs heading in the wrong direction. On the Coastal side, their offense has only put up a total of 20 points in 3 games, but 2 of those were against Virginia and East Carolina, both of which look like decent teams. Coastal is really struggling to keep it together. Remember a few years ago when they were ranked? They've really fallen off a cliff. I think a bad South Alabama team is exactly what they need to get their season kick-started. Quarterbacks Tad Hudson and MJ Morris have split duties, neither very well, but I've found 14 different receivers so far this season. I am planning on them being more effective this weekend. South Alabama's offense will be led by junior Bishop Davenport. I expect he will test the defensive backfield for the Chanticleers and light them up. His 73.4 completion percentage on the year is very impressive. So impressive that I would not be surprised if a Power 2 team takes a look and calls him up for 2026. The Jaguars can score. They're averaging about 28 points a game. So you take 2 desperate teams with really questionable defenses facing each other, expect fireworks. That's what we want, a high-scoring affair. So my official pick, a grade A pick, is South Alabama at Coastal over 50.5 points. I shared that premium play at mjpicks.com Thursday at 9 a.m. The line is now as high as 52 in some places. I definitely like it better under the key number of 51, but I like this play up to 52. You could also consider buying a point to get over 51 if you want to play it safer. Cheeseburger time! Each week, Stu, my college football analyst, goes through all of the underdogs and picks at least one team at plus odds to score the upset and win us some money. So instead of throwing a full unit on it, maybe go a quarter unit. Last week, way to go, Doc! He called the Texas A&M upset over Notre Dame at plus 215 odds. Nice decision! Puts us up on the cheeseburgers on the year. Let's keep rolling. This week the Doc likes 6 dogs. We'll share 2 of them here. First, it's the Can't Trust It play of the week. We cannot trust Central Florida. They are 2-0 but barely beat Jacksonville State in the only FBS game, needing 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to do it. They will not stay undefeated. Chapel Bill will go into Orlando and knock off the Knights. We can cash the UNC Tar Heels at plus 230 odds or 3.3 if you are more familiar with decimal odds. And in the 7:30 p.m. window, Stu will go with another road dog and take the 9th-ranked Fighting Illini at plus 195. They are playing on the road at Indiana. There's not much difference in these 2 teams. He has Illinois winning 46% of the time, which should be priced at plus 115. So we're getting 80 cents of value. Let's do it! Some other honorable mentions from the Doc. Air Force and Liberty, both dogs at home. Okay, now for the third and final free pick of the weekend. We did this game last year and we're doing it again. SMU versus TCU. The game has been played over 100 times dating back to 1915. While it's a big matchup for these 2 schools, the rest of the nation most likely will not care about it. But since it's a rivalry, it gets my attention. I like rivalry games to get crazy. There are a lot of returning starters coming back for the 2025 version of the rivalry, including both quarterbacks, SMU's Kevin Jennings and TCU's Josh Hoover. If you were in on the preseason bets, you might remember that we took Hoover to lead the Big 12 in passing. He's got some work to do to catch up to the outstanding Sawyer Robertson, but it can start right here in this game. Last year, in this same spot, Hoover threw for 396 yards and 3 TDs. I like the sound of that. Last year, SMU put up 66 points with a fumble return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown, and 238 yards on the ground. Kevin Jennings has been serviceable out of the gate, completing over 70% of his passes, including 6 passing touchdowns and 1 with his legs. I expect SMU to be aggressive with play calling and put some points up. So, 2 capable offenses against 2 not so capable defenses. TCU ranks 72nd out of 134 schools in total defense, while SMU is all the way down at 112. What does that mean? Right, points. The line currently sits at TCU minus 6.5 and an over-under of 62. Last year, we went with the over in the game and it hit easily, with these 2 teams netting over 100 points. Are you ready for more of the same? We are too. Both of these teams are top 40 scoring offenses, averaging a combined 83.3 points per game. That's what we're looking for. 83 points will do nicely. We'll give it a C grade since the total is high, but my official third free play of the week is to scale it up some points and take the over 62 in the SMU-TCU matchup. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We're here every week with picks for football. I recently released my Week 3 NFL picks. Click the card on your screen to see that video. We won the Thursday pick with the Dolphins plus 13 points in Buffalo. I also run 2 free contests where you can win cash prizes. Check out that NFL video for details. Until next time, I'm Professor MJ. Let's crush the bookies together!